Well, here it is. Time to wrap up October 16th, 2014. We really had a pretty good day in the E-mini. We came in wanting to buy 20 to 22. The market did go beneath that. The overnight session tested 15. That was higher than yesterday's low. Right before the market opened, we tested the 1820 level, and anywhere in here you were long, and the market traded up. We had a first sell in that 34, 35 area, produced a nice trade right here. Then the market started doing its own thing. Our next sell was in the 40 area, plus or minus 1. This trade, if you'd taken it, didn't really get a setup. We had made new highs on this move. This is the first legitimate short that really sets up here because we've retested that high. So you could be short at the value area high to as low as 41, and the market does trade back down. It trades just, I believe, in the 27, 28 area. Bullard speaks, higher lows, higher lows. We make a new high here. We're not really interested in getting short. This bar right here would have been a legitimate short, but at that point, I mean, we're dealing with nothing but P's. We are getting higher lows, and you've gone to the buy side. So early on in the session, when we had last night's news, some really, really good trade setups. There were 3 trades that met all of our criteria. This trade right here on a buy stop, I don't know where you would have filled, but that was a 20-point run. You probably would have gotten your 3 points plus some. Was a good trade retesting this area right in here. So pretty good day trading the E-mini, all things considered. Where is the E-mini? If we were to close the market right here in the 1858 area, we're in the same situation we were. This 65 area is resistance. Then we're going to have our 75 area as resistance and our 83, 85 area up in here. So this is going to be number 1 resistance. Number 2. Number 3, we're definitely dealing with a P, but it's an inside day, and that tends to yield a trading range day. So when we look at all of this, trading range day, maybe a little higher, get stops up above here. I doubt if we're going to see the 1813, 1815 area after what Bullard said until the next piece of news sets in. So the F1 screen says trading range for the E-mini. Looking at the F2 screen, it's a P. It's telling us to get on to retest today's high and or the overnight session's high. So we're in a situation where first sell will be selling failure, take out 70 plus or minus. London starts down at 76. So basically we're just going to make a sell failure to take out 70 to 75. Then we're going to have 79 to 81 leaning against this high over here at 83 for sell 2. Tomorrow's news starts plus 1 let's see, 1.01 million. It's a pretty healthy number. It could certainly come in lower than that. Permits. Now, one of the things that happens in September, October, and November is that, especially in the northern states, the starts are accelerated. They'll get a hole in the ground. They'll get the foundation poured. So there are some seasonals and starts, October, November, December, before the hard winter sets in. They like to finish in the winter, and they like to get it done. So we can see this number right here could go either way. Permits could be lower based on the current economic conditions. And then Michigan sentiment at 84, a little lower than last month. So they'll be looking at starts, and then they'll be looking at Michigan sentiment tomorrow. Don't think they'll pay a lot of attention to permits. On the buy side, last rotation that we got this 50 area, so 50, 52 will be buy 1. And then our 44, say 45 plus or minus 1 will be buy 2. So we do have some news to negotiate tomorrow. Now, For those of you that are regular trading, how are you handling this volatility? How are you holding up under these wide swings? I mean, it's just obviously if you have trading targets, you probably meet them almost instantly when support or resistance is broken. But anybody having trouble once they get in the market? I mean, the trades happen so quickly that you're either stopped out or you've hit your trading target very, very quickly. And again, like I've said many times, if you don't have the money in the account to handle this kind of volatility, and if you're a 1 or 2 lot trader, probably best to be on the sidelines. Got this 27.24 area all the way down to 27.12. This should be pretty good support. Resistance basically is going to start in the 128.06 to 12 area. They're pretty wide, so we've got this little low volume area right in here is going to be resistance 1. And then we got volume in the 16 area. Then we got another low volume area in this 20 to 24. So this, because it's an inside day trading range. Looking at the F2 screen, and the news is the same for the nodes. It is for the E-mini. The housing starts will be the focus as Michigan sentiment is. Okay, last rotate up stopped at 4. We've got this spill from C at 11. We've got a G period high at 6. So selling failure to take out a 6 to 10 will be the first spot. Then 15 to 19 will be sell 2. If the E-mini is selling, we do not want to be short. It's pretty damn simple. On the buy side, going to lean against 24, so 25 to 29 will be buy 1. And then 17 to 13 will come back into this high volume area right down here for buy 2. If the E-mini is rallying, you're going to have to get short in a hurry. Okay, well, we lost this morning. We started out with a knob spread over 16. It was in the mid 15s, so we lost a full point in that today. The 30-year really got whacked, and it's a big market. Somebody's bound to take profits, so we've got our breakout here. This rally started at 42.24, and then this area right in here, this 43.04. So 24 to 04 is pretty good support. We're at 13, so 1 to 5, buy 1, and then 25, 29, buy 2. On the sell side, 15 to 19, sell 1. Very, very aggressive. 23, 27, sell 2. And again, we face in this contract, if the E-mini is really, really selling and this market starts to take off, knob spread buying, short covering will hit the market. Our number 2 points make more sense than our number 1, just because of the extra volatility. And looking at gold, it's pretty much where we were in the morning. We've got sellers at 45 and 50, and we've got a buyer in the 35 areas. So 35, 37, buy 1. This breakout area back here, 30, 32, buy 2. On the top side, 43.45, sell 1. 48 to 50, sell 2. The Bullard speech didn't get gold very excited. I don't believe anybody thinks that the bad news is in any way, shape, or form over. I mean, the third Ebola case in the United States is going to freak everybody out, and rightly so. I mean, our government, you know, the number one duty of the government is to protect and defend the citizenry, and the steps that they're taking to protect, they're absolutely ludicrous. 30 countries have shut down flights now to and from the affected countries in Africa. There's the article out on the Firestone plantation. They suffered 100+ deaths. But what did they do to get rid of Ebola right there? They quarantined and then they isolated, and the disease ran its course. And there are no more cases there. And why? Because they don't let anybody into the plantation. It's very, very simple how you bring this under control, and because of political correctness, I mean, I don't know what the hell it is. It's nuts. It's what it is. But that's where we find ourselves today, and it's. I mean, I don't even know if you can say that the inmates are running the asylum right now. It doesn't make sense at any level. 83 and a quarter, sell 1, fairly aggressive. We rejected prices over 83 and a quarter. Definitely a seller into 85, definitely a buyer into 80. We got a $5 range. Then the next spot, we've got a little bit of volume over here. And then the spill's basically from 84, so we'll make it 75 to 84 for sell 2. On the buy side, K stopped at 34, so maybe 25 to 50. Actually, no, 81, 82 even to a quarter, buy 1. We got to give it some room, big market, and then 50 to 75 for buy 2. Got extra volatility to account for, and I may not. My number 1 points on the bond may not have accounted for that. Big markets. And the euro. Look at the F1 screen quickly. And you have to look at this several times during the day. We have an inside day at hellacious range yesterday. Like we said earlier, a seller at 28.50 for sure. It's as high as 29. On the buy side, it looks like we've got a buyer against 27, so 27 and a quarter, but this one says trading range. Okay, double distribution. It did trade up this afternoon, rejected prices above 28.35. We're trading at 27.99, so 25 to 35, a little bit inside. That'll be sell 1. It may take a 15 to get in. I don't. Actually, let's make it that. 15 to 25, sell 1. 40 to 50, sell 2. I'm just going to lean against the resistance. On the buy side, we extended up from 72, so we'll make 65 to 75, buy 1. And then our 40 to 50 for buy 2. Hopefully we won't have any bad news overnight. Still no articles to explain what happened in crude, but yeah, within the past 10 trading days, we've had another $4 market to the downside. So $4 days can happen in crude. see you all bright and early in the morning, 6:45 Central. Hope you have a great evening. We'll be 75 degrees plus this afternoon.